All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are toiling in this truth. I'm Pathakamoth GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson, just a follow-up on from the Tuesday's camp when we were out there teaching this these Edomites came up. And of course, I'm sure, because brothers have actually done, some follow-up lessons on that, the events that night. Man, Esau, man, this dude, man, Esau is a trip, man, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So we had these Edomites come up, they don't like the message that we're teaching, and of course they're not supposed to, and they view it as a message of hate, which, hey, at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is, man. It's a message to them that their kingdom is through, that the Lord hates them, and that the Lord is going to bring them down and give them over to his people, which is us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent, who make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, we're out there trying to wake up our people as well, and which the elect and 1/3 of those people will receive the message and 2/3 will reject it to their own destruction, man. But nevertheless, these Edomites don't like the message, so they always come with, they try to come with a love, which these niggas have not shown any love towards the aforementioned people that I mentioned, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent have not received any love from these people, man. Yet they always come up talking about love, man. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, when he was out there, he was aggressively trying to force us to love him. It was very aggressive and crazy, maniac type, aggression of love me, which is crazy to say the least, man. I love you and I love you and I love you. I'm like, dude, you don't even know me. What are you talking about? That's some of the craziest logic and way, the craziest way of thinking, just anyway, because how can you love everybody? It's not even set up that way. So you love murderers and baby rapers and killers and come on, man. No, man, that's crazy as hell, man. But anyway, nevertheless, I don't want to get off on a rant, but these devils came up. We had several that came up, but this guy that I'm gonna feature at the end, which we're at the end of the video here, is the one is I'm gonna kind of base this lesson around, because he came up, he was tripping out, man, with that whole love thing, you know what I'm saying? And they always deny having any involvement in the things that has happened to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent, which they don't understand reincarnation, man, So I'm gonna play a little bit of this video, and then we're just gonna get into the scriptures, because at the end of the day, Esau is trying to avoid his judgment. You know what I'm saying? With love. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that'll probably be the title of this lesson. Esau is trying to avoid judgment with love. You know what I'm saying? Which is not going to happen, man. You got to pay for the things done. You know what I'm saying? So, let's without any further ado, let's get into this.
All right, first of all, the white man's handiwork. I'm a white man. Okay. I didn't do any of this. Right. I didn't do this. We know. First and foremost, so however, you speak on perpetual hate.
So I want to just deal with that, you know what I'm saying? Because he said he's a white man and he didn't do, because there's pictures, of course, of the slave ships and the different atrocities that Jake went through at the hand of these devils during the time of slavery. And we had the signs up and everything. So he was saying he's a white man and he didn't do any of that. Again, as I said previously, it's because he doesn't understand reincarnation. So, yeah, you did have your part in that. You know, Mr. White Man, Mr. So-called white man, self-proclaimed. You know what I'm saying? You had your part in that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to real quick. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna continue to play it, and then we'll get into the scriptures and just deal.
Right. Perpetual. Right. What does that mean? Perpetual means the perpetual hate was the hate in that scripture that was just read.
Read it again. Read it again. Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end.
Do you know what this is talking about? Hey, I know. Yeah. I want to talk to all of y'all real quickly about perpetual hatred. May I? Go ahead. May I? Go ahead. All right. Perpetual hatred is this. I hate you and you hate me. That is a perpetual hatred. Hate perpetuates. It does not stop.
Right.
You will never, ever in your life fight hatred with hatred. Right. Ever. Right. You will fight hatred only with none of y'all love.
Okay. And there it is. Got it out. And there it is. That's what he was trying to get to. The love. You know, the love thing. So, you know, and his his breakdown of perpetual hatred was wrong, man. Perpetual hatred is an ancient hatred, never-ending hatred, man. It's an ancient hatred that's never ending. You know, it's a forever hatred, which they've had, man, from the very beginning all the way up to now. It's going to continue to be that. It's never going anywhere, man. You know, so you know. This dude, man, but they always want to come with the whole love thing. So he said that he didn't have anything to do with the things that has happened to Jake. So let's just deal now. Let's get into the scriptures and deal, because yeah, you did have everything to do, or you took your part. You had your part to play in what happened to Jake, because he don't understand reincarnation. As a matter of fact, let me get that real quick. When you read in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, and verse 9, it reads, the thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Now, when we go to, let's jump over to the 6th chapter real quick. Let's jump over to the 6th chapter real quick, and I'm going to jump down to verse 10. Ecclesiastes 6 and 10, that which hath been, which is what we just read in the first chapter, is named already. So the thing that hath been, they're going to tell you what it is right here. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. So now that we know that it's talking about man, let's go back and read it in context now. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, the man that hath been is that which shall be. So he has been and he's again. So during the time of those atrocities and those things, he was there. He hath been. Now he is again. So the man that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So those things that he did in the coming times, he's going to try to do it again, man. He gonna have his part to play in taking Jake out again in the coming times of Jacob's trouble that we're coming into, man. You know, when all hell breaks out here and breaks loose, and these nations start fighting against each other, he's gonna have his part to do again in taking out some Jakes, man. You know, again, because there is no new thing under the sun. There's no new man. So yeah, if there's no new man under the sun, you can't point at that sign and say you didn't have nothing to do with it. You did have your part in it, man. And here's why he thinks that he didn't have anything to do with it. It's going to go into it. Verse 10, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us. Verse 11, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. So he was then, and he came back now, and he has no remembrance of those things. Therefore, he comes up talking about, I didn't have anything to do with that. Which he did. And then he went into the whole, which I'm going to bring the scripture out that the brother brought out that night. So let's get it in Ezekiel 35, because he went into the whole thing of the perpetual hatred, So I'm gonna read, as a matter of fact, I'll just start at the top. Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Now, is this literally talking about Mount Seir? No, man. Mount Seir and Esau, Edom, all these, they're synonymous, man. So when he says Mount Seir, he's talking to the people that inhabited Mount Seir. So let's real quick, and then I'll come back. Genesis, the 36th chapter. And we're going to drop down to verse 8. And it reads, thus, Genesis 36:8, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. So right there, it makes Esau, Edom, and Mount Seir synonymous. So when we go back over to Ezekiel, we jump back over to Ezekiel, the 35th chapter. In verse 2, it says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. It's not literally talking about Mount Seir. It's talking about Esau, Edom, because Esau, Edom, Mount Seir are all synonymous. We just read it in Genesis, the 36th chapter, in verse 8. So he's talking to Esau, Edom, which Edom is the so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child today in these times who go back to their forefather Esau. When you read in Genesis, the 25th chapter, his name was changed from Esau, which is wasted away, is he. He had no pigment, no pigmentation, and his name got changed to Edom, which means red, man, because those people to this very day are the only nation of people on the planet that come out red, that are born red like that, man, because of the blood showing forth through their translucent skin. And you see it all day long. If they get cold, flustered, hot, mad, slap them on the neck or whatever, slap them in the face or whatever, sunburned, they red, some of them are just naturally red. You can really see it. It's just Donald Trump is a prime example of that red, man. And there's others, where you can just really see that red just standing out, man, in their flesh, man, so they're the true red people of the planet. And they tried to put it on Gad, which Gad is brown, man. I'm Gad. I'm a Gadite, we're brown skinned people, so we now know who the true red people of the planet are. It's the so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child. They're not white, they're red. So let's keep it going. Ezekiel 35:3, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord, power, behold, O Mount Seir, Esau, Edom, I am against thee. So the Lord is against you, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So the Lord is going to make a point to you people, man, and there's nothing you can do about it. But here comes the point, Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. So the perpetual hatred, let's go into this word perpetual real quick, because this dude is, his definition of perpetual was just, I'm like, dude, that's not what it means, man. Where are we at? Oh, right here. It says, long duration, antiquity, futurity, forever, ever, everlasting, evermore, perpetual, old, ancient. There it is. So an ancient, never-ending hatred. That's what I said. But I just want to go into the word so you can see it for yourself. But it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. This thing goes all the way back to the garden with Cain, man, all the way into today. And it's never going to end, man, until these devils be taken out of the earth, man. Because thou hast because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, which was his blessing, Genesis, the 27th chapter, his blessing was a sword, and he's used that sword, he hasn't let up ever in the least bit, It says in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thou hast not hated blood, Salaki. Even blood shall pursue thee. So there is nothing you can do, man. You haven't hated blood. You've shed much blood, and blood is going to pursue you. The same things that you've done, you're going to have to get that back, man. Those issues have to come back to you, man. And that's the only way to pay for it. As a matter of fact, what is that in Genesis, the 9th chapter, I believe, in verse 6, is it? Genesis 9 and 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. So you've shed man's blood, so you have to have your blood shed, man. As a matter of fact, let's get the one in Numbers 35 and 33. Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it, man. And there is much blood in the soil, in these soils, man, not only here, but here, man, it's, because this is where the bulk of Jake is, man. And they're still getting put to death to this very day, man. So there's much blood in on the soils of America, man, of the Israelites, So you have to pay with blood, man. You have to atone, which you're the man of sin, which you can't atone, but, you have to pay with blood, man, because the Lord requires blood, But, this dude, again, he said he didn't do it. So let's go to, real quick, because I want to jump back to Isaiah, the 14th chapter, because he pointed to the sign and said that he didn't do it because he don't understand reincarnation. So this is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare a slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So it says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Now, of course, when you read in the Ezekiel, the 18th chapter, it says the son doesn't pay for the father and the father doesn't pay for the son. You pay for your own sins. Is there a contradiction? No, there's not. When you understand, we just went through it, reincarnation. When you read in Exodus, the 20th chapter in verse 5, it goes through, as a matter of fact, let's just get it. Let's let the scriptures speak. This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So you come back every third to fourth generation. So in fact, you are your forefathers, man. So when it speaks in Isaiah, the 14th chapter, that's not a contradiction to Ezekiel 18. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, because you are your fathers. You're your forefathers. You come back every 3 to 4 generations. So yeah, you did that, man. You know what I'm saying? And you've had that perpetual hatred, and you still have it, man. But they want to come like they love. And that love. Like Jim Carrey said in that movie, man. So he's just trying to avoid and get out of his coming judgment, man, which is not going to happen, man. So what do? You know, they come up all nice. Well, I love you. And, you know, and they try to, you know, basically they're seeking to please the poor. So let's get that real quick. And the scriptures say that he would do that, man. This is Job 20:10. His children shall seek to please the poor, because he don't realize, because we just read it, he has no remembrance that he is his forefathers. He was here. He did that. He had his part to play in it. So that's why it says his children. You know, you are your forefathers. Yes, you coming back as your children. You know, so it says his children shall seek to please the poor, and the poor represent the Israelites, man. And his hands shall restore their goods. And that's why they try to do everything they can. You know, they'll try to help Jake, and, you know, they'll extend a hand of help, you know, to Jake, man, you know, but that's in an attempt to seek to please the poor, because in these times, especially in these times, they know that they're through, man. They're hearing because he even said that he's seen us out there for years, for a long time, man, you know. And they know the message, man. That's why he came up like that, because they know what we teach, you know, and they feel it in their spirit that they're through, you know. They have to pay, man. It is what it is. So I'm going to bring out the scripture I bought out, you know, because you're going to have to pay the piper, man. You know, you did what you did. You sowed. Now you got, you know, you reaped. I mean, you sowed. Now you got to reap what you sowed. This is Jeremiah 49:12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And that's going into the Israelites. You know, we drank of that cup. The cup represents slavery, affliction, you know, oppression, death, you know. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? And he's talking to Esau. You devils with the love, you know. Are you going to go unpunished? Because you haven't been punished, man, for the things that you've done, you know, all the way back to Cain. You know, the Lord has had a hedge of protection around Cain, you know, because even all the way back to Cain, he was like, you know, he feared for his life. They're going to kill me. So the Lord set it up to where he couldn't be touched until the Lord's time, till the Lord was ready for him to get touched. And we're coming into those times, man, that this dude is about to get touched. And they feel that in their spirit. That's why they always come with love and don't hate me. You know, it says, thou shalt not go unpunished. You're not going to go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So you're going to have to drink of that cup, man. The same things that you put Jake through, you're going to have to go through too, man. You know, and you're going to have to go through it double, man. So let's get that real quick in Revelations, the 18th chapter and verse 6. And it reads, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. So you're going to have to get her that cup, man, that affliction, that slavery, you know, the oppression, the death, everything that you afflicted us with, we're going to afflict you, but we're going to do it in righteousness. It's going to be the only difference. We're going to do it in righteousness. You know, we're not going to be raping little boys like you did and you know, and doing all the wicked things that you did to us. We're going to do it in righteousness, man. But you're going to get it double, man. You know, and that's why you have you've had us for 500 plus years. And that's why we're going to have you for 1,000, man, you know, according to the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have to pay, man. You know, you're not going to get away with it. You know, you did the crime. Now it's time. Now you got to do the time, man. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. So all of these scriptures are speaking of that cup, man. You know, so you're going to get it, man. You're going to drink of it. You're going to drink it down, man. You know, the dregs, as the scriptures say, you're going to drink, man. It says, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. So you're going to be drunk and getting your butt whooped, man, you know. And you're already being made naked, man. You know, you're being exposed left and right, man. So I'm going to go ahead and read verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So it's, the nation of Israel has went through theirs, man, you know. So it's your turn, man, you know. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So we're in the times of your sins being discovered, and it's time for you to pay now, man. You know, it's your iniquity is going to be visited, man. So all the things you've done, it's time to pay, man. you know, and that's just what it is. There's nothing you can do about it, man. You know, these things are in the Bible. This is what we're reading with what the Bible says, man. You know, but these people come up and have a problem with you know, as though these are our words. These are not our words, but you're gonna, hey, these words are true. You know, they're faithful and true. So, like the Lord said, every word that's written in this book, ain't none of them gonna come back void, man. They're gonna accomplish the thing whereto He sent it, man. So this is about the will and purpose of the Lord. Isaiah 55:11, man. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Every one of them. And all 17 other nations outside of the nation of Israel has had the nation of Israel in captivity for, at some point for some period of time. You know, it says, and it goes into that in the Maccabees, man. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So, hey, it is what it is, man. You're going to be given to the nation of Israel for a prey, man, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ezekiel 25, I'm going to just get to the point in verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So there's nothing you can do. I'm reading everything out of the Bible, man. you know, because the Lord hates you people, man, you know, and He gave his nation of people into your hands for a period of time because they went off to teach them a lesson. And you went left, man. You went crazy with it, you know. Now you're gonna have to pay. So there, and you're the only nation of people that's not gonna receive, that's prophesied not to receive any mercy, man. You know, and you're not gonna receive any mercy. James 2:13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. We're gonna be happy as hell when you finally get your judgment, man. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna receive no mercy, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know? So let me get one final one, because it's going down, man, and there's nothing you can do. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And the saints are the Israelites. You know, Psalms 50:5, Psalms 148 and verse 14, Psalms 149, verse 1 and 2, man. Tells you exactly who the saints are, man. You know, and that patience means suffering, man. So we're suffering through, you know, having to deal with these crackers coming up, you know, and trying to put their hands on us and hug us and do all this faggot crap. You know, we don't want to hug you, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't even want your hands on us, man. Don't touch the brothers, man. You know, but they love their touchy-feely. I remember that from the Jeffersons, man. You know, the so-called white boy was always trying to hug on George, man. They just some touchy-feely, just huggy, just, you know, like, dude, get back, man. You know, but this slavery, he that leads into captivity shall go into captivity, man. You know, so you're going into slavery. There is nothing you can do about it. The Lord hates you. You've done what you've done. You've sown these things. Now you gotta reap. You know, you gotta pay for what you've done, man. You know, so it is what it is. Oh, let me grab one more, man. Let me get the one in Obadiah. I can't leave without that. Let's get that. Because the Lord, I had this. He said it, man. You know, you're gonna drink of that cup, man. As a matter of fact, let me start at verse 15. Obadiah 1 and 15. For the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So you're going to get what you've dished. It's going to happen, man. You know? You reap what you sow. That's in Galatians, man. Stop. Come on, y'all. You know? That's fair, man. Obadiah 1 and 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, which is the Israelites, so shall all the heathen drink continually. That cup, you're going to get it. Double. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down. You're going to drink the dregs, man. You're going to drink it. It ain't no, you know, well, maybe if I do this or no, man. You can seek to please the poor. You can try to do all of these things, but you're going to swallow down. You're going to drink of the cup, man. And they shall be as though they had not been. Slavery. You're about to be slaves, man. You don't know slavery, even though you've been there before, but you don't have no remembrance of it, So you're going to be as you have not been, man. You're going to be a slave, going into slavery, man. So let's drop down real quick to verse 18, because here's the totality of it all. Here's endgame. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. And that's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom together. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. And the house is the whole nation, the entire nation, So the entire nation of Israel is going to come together and burn the whole nation of Israel up in a big ass bonfire, man. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushai hath spoken it. It ain't going to be none remaining, man. And this is the Bible, man. Thus saith the Lord, man. As a matter of fact, since I quoted it, but I'm just going to read it to end this thing off. Because it's about the will and purpose of the Lord. It's Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. So all of that, what I just read and went through, is going to happen. There is nothing you can do about it. This solidifies it. Shalom.